You're listening to the Abundance Blueprint Podcast with your host, Naomi Saadiq. This is Season 2, Episode 35, Fulfillment Fridays. And this is our first monthly recap and celebration. So welcome in, beloved, to our Fulfillment Fridays. This is our first ever monthly recap and celebration. We are ending July with a bang. And this is the Abundance Blueprint Podcast with Naomi Saadiq, where we don't just talk about abundance, we blueprint it. July's theme has been all about one thing: lightening your load and resetting your blueprint. We spent this month releasing what wasn't ours to carry, turning what we do carry into something that carries us, slowing down to see the bigger picture and anchoring everything with gratitude. And today, we're not just celebrating the week, we're celebrating the entire month while laying the foundation for August's theme, the Reset and Multiply Blueprint. So before we breathe and recap, my book, I Found Out I Had Breast Cancer on My Lunch Break, is available now on Amazon Kindle, with journals and merch coming soon to our Patreon community and our Etsy. Phenomenally Me Women's Society continues to serve thrivers because of your support, so please don't forget to buy us some coffee, donate to our PayPal, right? Purchase a shirt, do something to support our survivors and our thrivers, okay? And here's something that I'm personally grateful for. Sherletta Germain LLC, the company behind this podcast, is now fully aligned and active on SAM.gov. And so why is this a big deal? Because it means we're not just talking about scaling or contracts. We are actively opening doors for other small businesses to land government work, from the smallest micro projects to major bids. So whether you're like my friend launching a sock line in Detroit, right? Or you're a trucking company trying to land consistent routes, this alignment means there's finally a pathway for you to plug in and get paid. Now, let's take our reset together, y'all. So, we do this intentional virtual reset every episode for 3 reasons. First, because your brain can't absorb anything new when it's locked into panic mode. These breaths shift you out of fight or flight so you can actually take in what comes next. All right? And then second, because money and time are both energy and neither multiplies when we're depleted. This breathing resets your baseline so we're not building on fumes. And third, this podcast isn't just background noise. It's a working session. So this reset marks the moment where we just stop listening and start preparing to apply what we're learning. And speaking of which, I don't know if I mentioned it on this show yet or not, but I want to give a shout out to our YouTube content creator, Relax and Rejuvenate with Jason Stevenson. This is where our music is coming from today, okay? Doing some things a little bit different, trying to see how they pan out, all right? When you're thinking about it from a medical perspective, you remember the doctors tell you to slow down your breathing. Deep breathing lowers your blood pressure by up to 10 points on each side, okay? So 4 seconds, inhale through your nose. I want you to hold it. And then I want you to exhale for 6. And then as you're thinking about your inhalations and your exhales, think about the 3 wins that you had this month and the 1 seed that you planted this month, all right? So inhale 4 seconds in and hold it. And out for 6. And again. And hold it, and out for 6 seconds. Very good. All right. So here's our monthly story or our weekly story. This month we lived July's theme, lightening your load and resetting your blueprint. For me, a win wasn't landing a huge contract. It was saying no to a catering bid that would have stretched us thin so we could focus on graphic design and consulting proposals that align with where we're truly headed. And another win was helping a contractor who was barely scraping by because they had no medical coverage and their business wasn't structured correctly. So they were paying out of pocket for emergencies, overpaying in taxes, leaving money on the table because they didn't know how to structure their insurance and finances strategically. So with a proper financial checkup, we helped them restructure their policies, reduce their tax burden, and open the door to contracts they weren't even eligible for before. Now, they're not just surviving, they're finally building a sustainable, protected business. And that's the difference between micro tasks and major moves. Sometimes your blueprint starts with something as small as, 500 pair of socks for a launch. And sometimes it's about preparing for a 6-figure government bid. Either way, if your finances, your insurance, and your business structures aren't right, you'll never get the full benefit of either. So that's why what we do is important. That's why part of what we do at Sherletta Germain LLC, beyond bidding, is offering financial checkups for businesses. Because sometimes the first step to abundance isn't a new contract. It's making sure that you're not leaking money from the ones that you already have. So here's your homework assignment for today and your affirmation for today. Today's affirmation simply says, every win, every seed, and every lesson carries me closer to the life I'm building. And what if this weekend you took 20 minutes to write down your 3 biggest wins from July? And then you identified one seed you planted, whether that was a networking connection, a habit, or an idea that you acted on, right? And then what was the one lesson that you learned that you're going to carry into August? And schedule a financial checkup for your business with me so you're not leaving money or opportunities on the table. So your homework assignment is this. I want you to send me your list at info@theabundanceblueprint.org. I want you to text 813-859-3543 if you want to set up your checkup or see how you can align with our SAM.gov government pipeline. Okay? I will read a few of your reflections on next Friday's Fulfillment Friday as we launch August's theme, the Reset and Multiply Blueprint. Okay? So this podcast is fueled by Sherletta Germain LLC, where scaling is made simple. We're here to help small businesses, from sock lines to seasoned contractors to land contracts, protect your income and grow without burnout. I want you to call us at 810-243-4949 if you'd like to be featured here on the show. Call 813-859-3543 if you're ready to align your business with us for federal contracting or financial checkups, right? Or for everything, my book, Phenomenally Me, Patreon, merch, updates on bids, etc. Check out our link tree at linktr.ee/The Abundance Blueprint 777. And before we close, remember the rule of 72. Divide 72 by your growth rate, and that's how long it takes for your money to double. Most people don't realize their insurance policies can be stacked or structured, legally, safely, and affordably, to multiply their wealth while still protecting their families and businesses. If you want me to personally review your policies or show you how to make the rule of 72 work for your life and business, I want you to call me. My NPN number is 857-3029, so I'm licensed to do what I do and say what I say, okay? Across multiple states. All right? Text us or call us 813-859-3543 If you want to be on the show, you're going to call 810-243-4949 or email us at info@theabundanceblueprint.org, okay? Abundance isn't something that you chase, it's something that you blueprint. And as we roll into August, let's not just reset, let's multiply together, all right? Y'all know what I always say. Stay consistent, stay focused, and remember the goals. And remember, if nobody else told you I love you, have a wonderful one.